Third episode of the Hoop Threads podcast, another prospect spotlight series with Semetri Carr, 2025 6-foot point guard from Branson School and Oakland Soldiers out in California. TT, how's it going today, man?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Man, I'm just getting recovering from the live period. Was in the gym, 9 hours a day for the whole weekend, and just kind of gearing up for EYBL and three stripes as well. So just getting prepared for that. So let's get right into it. Tell me about your first dunk.
First dunk, it was over the summer, a few weekends ago. I was coming down the lane. A guy gambled on defense. I came down. I saw the big man help, but I didn't really think he was going to jump like that. He came up. He kind of went to the side, and I just went through it. Dunked it, one hand, first dunk.
Sounds like a good one.
Yeah.
Who do you model your game after?
I try to model my game after players like Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving, kind of point guards, passing kind of like Chris Paul, trying to manage the game like that. All the point guards kind of try to take a little bit out of everyone's game.
Gotcha. No, that's the way to go, man. So kind of what I've seen from your game, kind of off of just off of some film, you can shoot it really well. I think that's kind of your most transferable skill at the next level, off the bounce, catch and shoot. Playmaking, you're looking to get guys involved off the drive, and you're really quick, kind of change of speed. Use your side to your advantage, just kind of get lower than the defender and get by him. I think sometimes if we're talking about things to work on, you could be spacey off the ball from time to time defensively, and need to get a bit stronger and a bit more bouncy and kind of explosive. How fair of an assessment is that, or is there any strengths or weaknesses that I left out?
No, I think that's super fair. I think defensively, I can take times like I can like kind of zone out sometimes. I'll be tired. I'll take a play off or two. So I definitely have to get better at that. And obviously, strength at the next level, you have to be stronger to be able to guard bigger guards. And when you get switched on to bigs, be able to hold your ground and stuff like that. So I think that's a super fair assessment.
Okay. I think one other thing I'd say too, I mean, I don't know you that well, but I think you tend to be more of a quiet kid from some conversations I had with people that know you. I think when it comes to being a point guard, that's fine, but you really have to direct traffic offensively and defensively. And I think when you talk defensively and when you're letting people know where they are, where they're supposed to be, rather on the offensive end of the floor, I think that keeps you a lot more engaged, yourself, because you're forcing yourself to keep others engaged. So, I mean, as you head into your junior season here, as a leader on your team with Jace Butler, I think that's an important kind of task to try to hit this year. So, who's the hardest worker you've ever been around?
The hardest worker I've ever been around.
Yep.
Um, my dad works really hard. He works a lot of hours. He still tries to come to my games when he can. He's definitely one of the hardest workers I've met.
So I was about to ask about him. Brandon Davis, shout out to Brandon. My connection with you, used to coach you with Oakland Soldiers. He said that your dad used to be quite the ball player himself.
Yeah.
Talk about his career and kind of how that inspires you and kind of led to your love for the game.
Um, well, he was always a smaller guard, he said, and always he doesn't really have any clips like that, it was back then. So I don't have clips like that. But he says he was always a smaller guard, always stronger. So defensively, he kind of taught me everything I know, shooting wise and everything, just defensively, rebounding. That's always been a big part. And he went to Reardon for a few years, then he transferred to another high school, was there for I think just his senior year, and then went on to play, I think, at Colorado or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
College for a little bit.
Gotcha. Okay. What's the best habit that you have in your daily routine?
The best start, say that one more time.
Best habit that you have in your daily routine?
Best habit.
Yep.
I'd like to say I'm a pretty hard worker, no matter like how I'm feeling the day. Every night before I go to bed, I try to do 200 push-ups, no matter if I had a big workout that night, a small workout, whatever. I just always try to be consistent because I know strength is going to be a big thing at the next level.
Okay. Tell me about your gym schedule. What parts of your game have you been working on the most? What have you added to your game kind of between the end of the school year and now?
I've been working on size, just trying to be in the weight room a lot, get bigger, because last season, I thought being like strength would be a big part of the next year. And then I've been working on kind of my pull-up jump shot a lot over the summer, like coming down full speed, because as a point guard, I have the ball in the hands a lot. So being able to shoot off the dribble is a big part of my game.
Mm-hmm. For sure. What matchup do you look forward to the most, whether it's high school or AAU? It could be an individual matchup, could be a team matchup.
Team, we play Redwood at Redwood. That's always a big game. They're totally filled out. They have a crazy fan section. We're a smaller school, so we're always like the smaller, don't really have as many people. And then they're just a huge crowd. So we're going up against like a few thousand of them, and then it's just like a few hundred of us. I always just like that, kind of like the underdog or like underdog role almost.
The David and the Goliath situation. So, all right, talk about the difference in your role, with Branson, during the high school season versus Oakland Soldiers, and I'm sure that's kind of changed, from freshman year to now.
Yeah. I think this last like AAU, I've had to be kind of a more of a scorer for my AAU team. I've had to kind of like score the ball more. It's not that we were lacking in it, it was just like something we kind of needed, it felt like. And then for my high school team, I can kind of be more of a distributor while also getting like I also like rebounding, doing smaller things like that, while at the AAU level it kind of needed more of the scoring.
Okay. What do you do that makes you stand out from the competition? How will you contribute to winning at the college level?
Stand out. I think for my size, I'm a pretty good rebounding guard. I don't think like defensively, like when maybe like things aren't going offensively, I think I always like stay engaged, like rebounding. That's a big way I can help out.
Okay. What do you do that well, how will you contribute at the college level, if you were to play college basketball today?
At college level, I think just my shooting. Personally, I think I can really shoot the ball pretty well off the dribble or catch and shoot. I can be used as a really good shooter.
Okay. Tell me a part of your game that flies under the radar or is undervalued.
I think rebounding personally. I think people see it, but for how like my size and just like the people I'm going up against, I think rebounding's under.
Okay. Let's get to your skill set. What parts of the floor do you feel the most and least comfortable right now?
Like attacking with the ball
Offensively, yeah.
offensively.
Mhm.
Um, right now I've never really played with like I'm kind of new to playing with like a big man like that. I've never really played with like a big, so I
Mhm.
think I need to get better with ball screens, being
Mhm.
able to read those better, like kind of when to kick, when to shoot, just be able to read ball screens better. And I'm pretty good attacking one on one from the wing or from the top. I think I'm pretty good at attacking one on one. But I need to
Mhm.
get better at reading ball screens better and be able to distribute off those.
Okay. What's your go-to move at the game on the line?
Go to move, game on the line. Give me a scenario. What are we down? We're down two. We're down one. Let's get to the basket.
Let's say down one with 10 seconds on the clock coming out of a timeout.
Coming out of a timeout. We're down one, so definitely want to get to the basket, get fouled, something. So I'm gonna get it on the wing. I'm gonna clear out, jab right, come middle, either spin back right or just kind of lower my shoulder right and then finish going middle.
Got you. Okay. Rank these three in order of importance to you, I guess, or one that you'd rather like to have. Game winning assists, game winning basket, or defensive stop.
Um, Importance or like what do you mean?
Which one of these three would you rather get in a game? So the game winning assist, the game winning bucket, or the game winning defensive stop?
Um,
Which one is most important to you, and then kind of work your way down from there?
I think honestly the game winning shot is that's what I think is really cool. Just like being able to hit that shot for your team. And then I would go game winning assist because I always like to see my teammates kind of be happy and just like being able to have the opportunity for them. That's super cool. And
Mhm.
then game winning stop because defensively that's always a big defense. That's so important.
Okay. Talk about playing with Jace Butler. You guys have been playing together quite some time. I'm sure
Yeah.
you guys get into it from time to time as well, but I'm sure you also push each other, on and
Yeah.
off the court. So kind of talk about that relationship.
I mean, it's a great relationship in practice. We're always pushing each other to get better. And the game always just like I see him on the court. I know we can win kind of any game. Just with that, he can guard 1 through 5. He can shoot. He can drive. He gets his players involved. Super easy playing with him. He's just a great teammate all around.
Okay. This will be your first Peach Jam next
Yeah.
week. Talk about, your preparation for that and kind of how excited you are to be participating this season with Oakland Soldiers 16.
Man, I'm super excited. Like last year we didn't make it. We were a few games short, but this year we got there. So I just heard the environment there is super crazy and just like the atmosphere. So I'm just super excited for that. Showcase some of my talents.
It definitely is. It's an insane atmosphere with way too many people. There's a lot of people on the sideline and watching from up top. Great venue as well in Georgia / South Carolina. It's right on the border there.
Yeah.
Um, Talk about how excited you are to potentially compete in the Open NCS tournament this year. That'd be the first time that you've made it, from my understanding,
Yeah.
despite the recent success you guys have had.
Man, that'd be special because Branson, we're a smaller school. We normally get placed in D5 and then until a few years ago, we were placed in D3. So from going to D3 all the way to open, just that jump.
Mm.
And I think this team really have a legitimate shot at winning it. So just to put together like a few games, that'd be really special.
Okay. So we're gonna move on to kind of like recruiting now and talking about what you're looking for at the next level, some stuff that's most important to you. So to start, what do you value? Is it honesty? Is it openness? Is it work ethic? Is it what are some things that you value kind of in the people around you on and off the basketball court?
I think I value honesty the most. Like if I'm not playing good that day, I want someone to tell me. I want someone to be on me. Like if there's something they need me to get better at, I want someone to tell me. I don't want someone to be like fake with me and just like, oh, it's fine. Like I want someone to like, I want to be pushed to my hardest so I can succeed at the highest level. So I think honesty is a big one.
Okay. Tell me about your interests and hobbies off the court. If basketball didn't work out for you, if your career ended tomorrow, what would your plan be?
Plan B. Well, I think I'd want to stay in the sports game. My sister's going to Oregon for majoring in sports business.
Mhm.
So I think something like like athletic training, something like that would be cool. But outside of just like sports, I like cooking a lot with my family. I have a little dog that I hang out with. He's super cool. So maybe something with animals, something like that.
What's your best dish? What is Chef TT cooking up
Um,
in the
I
kitchen?
like cooking pasta. Pasta is one of my favorite foods. So a little pasta dish I like.
What type of sauce?
I do like fettuccine.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm Italian, so I got a soft spot for that. But you definitely got to get into pesto pasta if you haven't already.
Oh, yep. My mom makes that one. She's
That's the goods, man.
yeah.
So let's talk about recruiting. Who is recruiting you the hardest, kind of who's involved right now, and who have you been hearing from recently? You just got back from Section 7
Yeah.
competition this past weekend.
Yeah. Right now, I'm hearing a lot from or who've offered already. Washington State, Washington, and UNLV have been kind of pushing the hardest, just like connecting a lot. And then I just recently got offered by San Jose State. So
Hmm.
that was really cool after Section 7.
Hmm.
And then I'm hearing from schools like Gonzaga and St. Mary's. They've been in
Okay,
touch with me.
gotcha. And then you also have offers from Sacramento State and Seattle as well, correct?
Yes, correct.
Gotcha. Awesome. Um, Give me some of your goals for this next season, individual and kind of team wise.
This next Branson season.
Yep.
This next Branson season, I want to win league, I want to win NCS, and I really want to win a state championship. I
Hmm.
think those goals, just as a team, I think winning a state championship would be super special. We haven't done that in a while, so to be part of that team and just part of that like that bond you build when winning a state championship, I think that'd be something really special.
Okay. So after, this season and next season, you'll be graduating. What are you looking for as you kind of, eventually you're going to have to narrow down what you're looking for in a school? Is there a certain
Yeah.
play style? Is there a certain kind of, university type, whether that's public or private, in the middle of nowhere, a big city? Are there any kind of deciding factors that you've already looked at right now, or is that kind of just up in the air, as we go?
Um, right now it's kind of up in the air. I'm just trying to be seen at that next at college level so I can have some more choices
Mhm.
down the line when I have to pick between all those things. So I think right now giving myself the most choices possible is the biggest thing. And
Mhm.
then like when I narrow it down, I think like staying on the West Coast would be cool, but I think like whatever school like gives the best opportunity, like whatever fits my play style, whichever like coaches like push me the hardest, whichever ones I'm having that connection with. I think that would be ultimately where I choose where to go.
Okay. So the area that I cover, is the DMV, kind of Maryland, DC area, some parts of
Yeah.
Virginia. Don't know much about California basketball myself. Kind of what sets California basketball apart from the rest of the country? Is there a certain type of play style? Is there a certain type of grit that you guys play with? What can you expect from a California basketball player?
Like California, we can shoot the ball pretty well. We're gonna play hard. Like St. Mary's, they develop their guards super well. They can shoot. I know USF, those schools like that, their guard play is super strong. So from a West Coast team, you can expect some strong guard play for sure.
Okay, gotcha. What has been your happiest moment on a basketball court?
Happiest moment. First in game dunk. That was real cool. That was definitely up there. Um, I think last year we were in a Clayton Valley tournament. We were in a D1 tournament, first time in a while. It's a championship game. It's a tie game, about 6 seconds left. I come down the I come down the lane. I get to the right side and I hit the game winner for my team. That was a special moment.
Hmm.
Right there.
Okay. Awesome. So, if you want to be great at anything, you have to put the time in, and to put the time in, there's got to be, some motivation, some kind of fire behind it. What is your why? Why do you play the game of basketball?
I mean, my parents have sacrificed so much for me to play this game just to be able to give something back for them. I think that would be super cool. My dad, he works super hard. My mom taking me to all the games, like sacrifices so much just to like let me have this opportunity. So I think just to be able to give something back, that'd be special.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate the time, man. Looking forward to kind of following your journey throughout, the basketball season, AAU season, as well as high school. Let the people know where they can find you on, Instagram and Twitter to follow along that journey as well.
Hmm. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate the conversation.
Where can guys find you on? Where can people find you
Uh,
on social media?
You can find me on Instagram. My username is Semetri_Carr. And on Twitter, I think it's also Semetri_Carr. I'm just
Gotcha.
double check
Can you spell Semetri for the people?
that. SEMETRI_CARR. And that's the
Man,
month on
appreciate
Twitter.
appreciate the time, man. We'll catch up again soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.